Salute, and welcome to the How to Lose Your Virginity from Open to Close dissertation. Now, I always say you have to open in order to close. So you have to make that initial hello in order to get to the close. You can't just imagine that you get straight to the close. You have to open. So make the cold approach, be confident and assertive. Sometimes you'll get rejected, but the only way you're going to lose your virginity is if you sarge and continue sarging until you are successful. So make that cold approach and open. Calibrate. Calibration is cold reading. Calibration is you making necessary adjustments in order to continue moving things along smoothly. The next step is escalation. Escalation is the gradual increase of physical and emotional stimulation leading to the close. And then after you start escalating, you have to recalibrate, and then continue the escalation. So the proper cycle is after you open, you calibrate, escalate, then you recalibrate, then you continue the escalation until you close. So it's just a circle. You're always calibrating and escalating. And this is like after she gets used to you, the escalation becomes more natural and smooth. But when you first getting to know each other, you have to push things along smoothly. That's basically your job as the man, is to be the masculine leader. So you have to lead things along smoothly, preferably. And so the next thing is the confidence checklist. Now, you need to be well groomed, basically look your best. You need to have your smells under control. That's number 2. So it smells. So you need to, if you have bad breath, you need gum. If you have body odor, you should have deodorant on, and be showered anytime you're meeting up with a lady. You need to be well showered, well groomed. If no one taught you that, I mean, holy shit. But you need to make sure you wash your balls and your ass thoroughly. If you have smelly feet, you need to get some foot powder. I mean, one bad smell could literally get yourself rejected, and I'm not even joking. Like, one bad smell can get you rejected, so make sure you have that taken care of, or it could ruin the mood. Number 3 is erection control for 20 plus minutes. This is very essential. You don't want to have early discharge. That could be embarrassing and get you rejected. And you don't want to have ED, erectile dysfunction, either. That can get you rejected. If she knows you're a virgin, and I recommend that you go ahead and tell her, she can probably tell anyways. You might think that she can't tell, but women can usually tell when you're a virgin, because you're just not smooth in, because you don't know what you're doing. But number 4 is erogenous zones. You need to know the 4 basics, which are lips, neck, breasts, and vagina. Especially the clitoris. You need to understand the clitoris. The clitoris is the little tiny bulb that she has at the top of her vagina. There's a hood over it. If you don't know what that is, Google it right now. I'll put a little picture up right here. But you need to understand what a clitoris is. The clitoris is said to have like 3 or 4 more times nerves than the entire penis. So imagine how important it is to, or you could, if you miss that, if you're missing the clitoris, you're basically you're basically missing everything. So that would be number 5, which is foreplay. Foreplay would be basically you stimulating those 4 erogenous zones that I just spoke of. If you're kissing the lips, kissing the neck, kissing and petting the breasts, and petting the vagina and clitoris, you will be successfully getting her juices flowing, getting her blood pumping, getting her ready to be slid in very smoothly. You want to get her wet, and that is how you get her wet. Number 6 would be orgasms. So there's 3 orgasms that you should know. They are the deep spot, which is near her cervix, which is from penetration primarily. The G spot, which is behind her belly button. There's various positions on ways to stimulate that. And then obviously number 3 is the clitoris, the clitoral orgasm. And I'm going to mention that numerous times because you need to understand the clitoris. Like, if you have a girlfriend, you should know her clitoris as well as you know her. And that's something I'm adamant about preaching. Know your girl's clitoris. Know how she likes to touch her clitoris, so that you know how to touch her clitoris. It'll make you like go way up on her like list. It's probably key to being a boyfriend. I would say the key to being a good boyfriend is knowing your girlfriend's clitoris. Number 7 is emotional and mental/religious walls. So you'll have a lot of performance anxiety and social stress around losing your virginity for obvious reasons. You'll have a imagined scenario of how it was gonna go. It mostly doesn't go that way, but you don't want to overthink this. So if you need help, if you need coaching getting past those stressors, then that's when you should reach out to me or people in your social circle. I don't know. If you're here, you probably should contact me in a chat or in the comments, and I can get back to you with some help. And number 8 is a comfortable, private, clean, and safe place. So you want a private place, that preferably a bed or something like that is secluded and private from, anybody just walking in and interrupting a very private thing. And it needs to be clean and safe, obviously, for obvious reasons. And number 9 is set the mood and escalate until you close. So honestly, to keep it very basic, you just want to get to the kissing and petting phase. So if you have met a girl and you can get to a private place and you guys make out naturally, making out should naturally lead to petting, where your hands are touching her boobs and vagina, and then from there you should be getting an erection, she should be getting wet, and then once the clothes come off, it should happen naturally. So my actual natural recommendation is just to make out naked, and things should naturally occur from there. Obviously, if you have no conditioning, you don't know what vagina feels like, but once you get in there, you should be good to go, hopefully. And number 10, I will reiterate again, is clitoris. And I say that multiple times for good reason. So that's my video, guys. Hope you learned something. If you need help, get at me in the comments. Peace.